And we're rolling on, Sooner fans. Rolling on through the season. We are watching the OU Boomer Sooner 1982 post-game report. Coming up in the next few minutes, we'll walk you through what happened. We'll walk you through the statistical analysis of the past weekend's game against the Golden Hurricanes of Tulsa. We'll go through and tell you how you got to a 52-7 final and a couple of helmet stickers. Trust me, this helmet sticker, only week 2, but I can say it's probably going to be the coolest helmet sticker I hand out all year long. Find out who it goes to and the story behind it. This is 1982 Boomer Sooner. Let's get this train rolling, boys. Jump on, sport the Scooter Sooner. Boomer and Sooner are going to lead you home, baby. This is Harry James Taylor. Let's go! Welcome back. As the Oklahoma Sooners played Tulsa and got a 52-7 victory as the Schooner Sooner blows away the Hurricane. Way to go, boys. Much deserved win. Statistical analysis of this game looked very much like so, starting with the passing analysis. Passing analysis, 204 yards for Dane Evans, the Tulsa quarterback, a touchdown and no picks. 2 picks. Sorry. Trevor Knight got his next road win in the notch with 299 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Hats off to that young man. They ran the ball well too in Tulsa the other night. James Flanders and Keith Ford did a majority of the carries for each side respectively. Flanders had 13 carries for Tulsa with 54 yards and no touchdowns. But Keith, the Bam Bam Ford, had 10 carries, 87 yards on the ground, and not to count the touchdown he had on the first drive, by the way. Receivers, Keevan Lucas, the true freshman, and Sterling Shepard, the junior, for Oklahoma. Lucas, the true freshman from Tulsa, had 10 catches, 84 yards, and a touch. Our main boy, Sterling Shepard. Hold on to your hats, all right? 8 plays were made by him with catches. 8. 177 yards through the air receiving and a touchdown. Not to include the end route that opened the whole game. Bad props, young man. Bad props. Proud of you. Being the man in Norman now as a receiver. And finally, defensively, the statistics look like this. Trent Martin, 9 tackles. And our very own Oklahoma former walk-on, Caleb Castellion, 8 tackles and 1 interception were made in the ball game. This is all before he knew he would be the man in Norman. A few hours later, did he know that he'd have a scholarship and plus points. All that and more coming up next in the helmet stickers. But kicking the ball, Tulsa didn't kick it. Didn't have a chance for field goals. Michael Moneycut did. On regular field goals, he was 1 for 1. With a 38-yarder coming in the second quarter. And punting the ball, Dalton Parks and Jed Barnett. Parks was 8 attempts for Tulsa with 46.4 as average and 58 as long, 0 within the 20-yard line. And Jed Barnett had 6 attempts, 39.3 in average, and 43 was his long. So we've gone through the statistical advantages. Let's show you how he got to the 57-7 score. Well, it all started with Bam Bam. Keith the Bam Bam Ford. A 7-yard Keith Bam Bam run. 7-0 with 14:03 to start the game. 14:03. That tells you on the first drive, again, they score. They've scored in the first 2 drives, the last 2 games. By the way, they're both in Keith. Way to go, buddy. After that, they did get the ball back, and with 6:25 left, they added on their 7-0 lead to make it 14-0 on a 31-yard option keeper from Trevor Knight. So, Trevor Knight, 31-yard option keeper. They did add on to the lead one more time, 21-0 with 1:58 left. And, you ready for this? As far as right now, it is a game high. So he has a game high throwing, does Blake Bell. Now he has a game high receiving, does Blake Bell. And in touchdowns, does Blake Bell. The Belldozer does have his first catch for the Sooners as a tight end and touchdown for the Sooners as a tight end because the new quarterback, Trevor Knight, found him on a 3-yard touchdown pass with a $1:58 left in the first. 21-0 Sooners. Moving around to the second quarter, the Sooners get the ball back, and with 6:35 left, they add on another score. 38-yard field goal by Michael Moneycut. Making it 24-0 Sooners with 6:35 left. A little later, with 6:13 left, Alex Ross goes 82 yards for a touchdown run. 31-0 Sooners. The weird thing about this play is it should have been a 10-point unanswered run by the Sooners by Jordan Phillips. Because Jordan was rumbling and stumbling and fumbling his way into the end zone. And then my good buddy that I saw in New Orleans over my last vacation, Chuka Ndulie, Chuk got called for a 15-yard penalty for chop block. Or some sort of a penalty of that variety. That's dangerous. They had to call it. They did call it. Jordan's touchdown was negated, but then a big 82-yard run by Alex. In the third quarter, that's when Tulsa gets their only 7 points of the ball game, because Dane Evans is going to find Kevon Lucas for a 4-yard touchdown pass with 11:42 left, making it 31-7 Sooners. But then Keith the Bam Bam Ford finds his way for his second touchdown, this time 23 yards with 9:32 left, making it 38-7 Sooners. Then, well, if you're going to have another turnover, he already has a fumble recovery for 7 points. He did that on the road versus Alabama in the neutral site game in the Sugar Bowl. Now he's got an interception for a touchdown. Does Gino Grissom, 38 yards, pick 6. 35-7 Sooners, or 45-7 Sooners. With 8:32 left in the third, Jump with me to the fourth. Trevor Knight and Sterling Shepard hook up for their one touchdown. 15 yards on that play. 52-7 was your final. Hype's hype of the game, Stoopsy's stop of the game. The hype of the game has to be the 82-yard just jolt by Alex Ross. I mean, this guy got it. He saw the hole and he punched his way through it. Probably not very meant the punch had to be gone, by the way. Defensively, Mike Stoopsy's stop of the game. There is absolutely no question where this goes. By the way, Jordan, I'd love to give it to you, buddy. But Chuka, shame on you, man. You gotta buy him some dinner. I'm still gonna give him an A+ though on that. But as far as the score is concerned, Geno Grissom. He recovered the fumble against Alabama for a touchdown. This time he picks it off and takes it in for an end zone for a touchdown. Big time plays by this guy, who's playing actually in a new position. He's not playing in the line anymore. He's a linebacker now. But man, is this guy big, bad, nasty. Helmet stickers. Helmet stickers. I'll tell you who deserves the helmet sticker on the top right now. Sterling Shepard. Boy, you're not playing like a boy anymore. You're playing like a man. On a mission. Well played. As to being the man in Norman. Not backing down. Accepting the challenge. Going the distance. And doing that. The helmet sticker. The other helmet sticker doesn't necessarily go to a player. It goes to the coaching staff. And this is big time. That man right back there, behind me somewhere, Big Game Bob, there he is. He gave Caleb Gastelum. This is a guy that, if I'm not mistaken, he recovered the botched kick against Alabama. So that's where it starts. He also played well last weekend. Then he plays well this weekend and gets his first interception. And makes a game-high 8 tackles. And earns a scholarship for his final year on campus. Bob, big-time move, man. Awesome decision. I love this decision. All you hear about is, the decisions by Frank Shannon. Or the Missouri transfer, Beckham. Or Joe Mixon. All you hear about is those bad stories that just deflect and just scream bad publicity on Oklahoma. Then you get a guy that does everything right. You asked him to go an inch, he goes a mile. He's basically like me, a big Oklahoma fan. That's what he is. He's an Oklahoma fan. He loves the Sooners. He's just a fan. He didn't want a scholarship. He didn't ask for a scholarship. But now he's got a scholarship. My hat is off to you, Coach Stoops. Great, great, great decision. And what's best is he got to enjoy it in a locker room with his fans and friends. And probably some family. He's from up there in the northern part of the Oklahoma area. So what's next for the newest scholarship athlete at Oklahoma football, David, Mr. Gastelum and company? Well, Caleb Gastelum and the rest of the Sooners now have to go up against an SEC opponent. Because they're the only 10 I see. That's right. The Big Bad V. The Vols are coming to Norman. And it was confirmed earlier this week. game day will not be in Norman this Saturday. So Sooner fans, if you're expecting game day to be there and you're going to have some fun, they're not. They're going to be in Fargo for the NDSU football game. But you know what? The important thing is that the main core, the important one, the game itself, that will be done by ESPN ABC. New sideline, new color, and full-time color analyst, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. We'll talk more about the Tennessee game coming up in the next YouTube show. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, Boomer Sooner. Thanks for watching, Sooner Nation. Hey, before I go, you can follow me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or follow me on Twitter, @SoonerFanOK. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, Boomer Sooner.